What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is HustleHouseTV. I just woke up not too long ago. We got a newborn baby, so sleep is very valued and underrated at the moment. But anyway, I'm off to get a haircut. I will be back. Stay tuned for what we're going to talk about in this video. I want to talk to you guys about honesty. It is a tough pill to swallow when talking about this stuff. Being honest with yourself, with others. We're going to get into that. We're going to dive really deep into that conversation. So let me go get this haircut from Super Clips really quick. I'm going to freshen up. Haven't got a haircut in a while with the hospital and everything going on, so I'm trying to be a little sexier for my wife. But anyway, I'm checked in online. We're gonna head to Great Clips and stay posted. We will be back with some great information and some great conversation. All right, we are headed back home. I just got my hair cut. Feeling good, look good, feel good. Anyway, before we jump in today's video, I wanted to bring something up very quickly. I just had a good conversation with the lady that cut my hair. We were talking, it kind of came up naturally, I didn't even bring it up. She was talking about nasty customers during this pandemic, everyone kind of losing their sense of being a decent person in this wild times. But it was cool to hear from another person that thinks like-mindedly. She was talking about politics, saying how she had to kick customers out of her store because they got into politics and they were arguing. Other people jumped in and she had to sit them down and separate them like little baby children. She said something that a lot of people should hear, and this resonated with me a lot. But anyway, she said, you can have your opinion, I can have my opinion. At the end of the day, your opinion is not going to change mine and vice versa. So why don't we just talk about something else? If you cannot have a conversation with someone about politics without getting defensive and nasty, you should either A, evaluate your communication skills and not bring politics up. If you're just looking to argue with someone, you should reevaluate that. And if you can't fix that, you should just not talk about it. You should be bringing light into people's world. You should be focusing on making someone's day better. You should be focusing on spreading positivity. You can do that many different ways, but if you can't have a conversation without arguing about politics, then just drop it. Alright guys, before we jump into the beef of this video, I want to go over something really quick. Enjoying this type of stuff and spreading positive energy and motivating people and trying to get them to see the brighter things in life. We just live in such a crazy world. My true passion is, like I just said, spreading this positivity. I have these conversations with our close friends. We have very deep conversations like this. I really encourage you guys to talk about stuff like this with your friends, and what I mean is stuff that really matters, like your honesty, your goals, your visions, issues that you're having. This is the stuff I encourage you to talk about. Talk about the stuff that really matters in life. It's a little harder to conversate about with friends, but believe me, your relationships will grow so much with friends and family that you talk to this stuff about. It doesn't have to be with everyone, but just your close group of friends and family that you already talk to on a normal basis. Just make the conversation get a little more interesting and bring up stuff that actually matters. To get into the honesty side of things, what this video is going to revolve around from here on out. All day, doesn't stop. So from here on out, the video is going to be about honesty, and I don't mean so much, are you a liar? Do you tell little white lies? That is a very bad habit to get into. Constantly lying, it's very common. It's a situation going on with more people than you think. But what I'm really talking about is, are you honest with yourself? Thomas Jefferson said, honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom. This really hits home for me, so I'm glad I can share this message with you guys. I want to go over it a little bit more. If you guys are not being honest with yourself and you have this idea of who you are in your head and it's not true, you're just kind of lying to yourself about what you're doing in life, about what your goals are, about the person you are, then it's kind of hard to advance in your wisdom department. It's hard to advance without being honest with yourself. You can think that you're a very honest person to yourself. You can think that you're a great person to other people, but really take the time to reflect on yourself and make sure the way you portray yourself in your head is what you're actually doing. If you think you're an awesome person and a great person, but you're getting out of your car ready to beat someone's ass in a parking lot because they took your spot and your patience just ran thin, maybe you need to reevaluate the situation and think, okay, I'm not really this person that I think I am in my head, and it's very easy to fall into this trap. One way that I stay true to myself and practice being honest to myself is asking myself, what am I prioritizing in life right now? And am I staying true to myself in this process? So it's very easy to think, I want to be a business owner, I want to be a great dad, I want to be an awesome husband. It's very easy to think about these things and say, okay, let's do it. But it's another thing to really take the next step and say, okay, I need to prioritize this stuff, so what I want myself to be, I'm actually practicing towards it. So ask yourself that question: what am I prioritizing in life, and am I staying true to it? I also want to add, you guys, before kind of jumping into this process of self-change, you need to admit to yourself what you're doing wrong. You need to take action. It's not easy to admit to yourself, even if you're not talking to anyone about it. You need to admit to yourself what you are doing wrong and what you can do to change it. Ask yourself, am I truly being what I say I am, or do I just have this imagination that, I'm this type of person? So really, before you start the process, make sure you're good with yourself. I speak to Jesus personally when I know I'm doing something wrong, or if I reflect on something and I'm like, that's not the right way. I ask for forgiveness. I confess what I've done wrong, and I try to jump onto a clean slate with him so that I'm not holding any baggage. I've released it and I'm ready to move forward. And I want you guys to start on a clean slate. However you do that, I want you to start on a clean slate and then jump into this process. This stuff is not easy to work on. I'm in the journey myself, so I know this stuff is so hard to work on. Just like if you're new in the gym lifting weights, you're trying to get better here in your legs, in your cardio system. You're trying to get better all around, and you don't just jump straight into it and you know what you're doing like that. Same thing goes for up here, training this muscle. You need to really practice this stuff. You need to ease your way into it like a gym. You need to not dive head first and just go all at it. You need to take steps. It's going to help your journey out a lot better. But just remember that it's not something you're going to master right away. You're not going to be near perfect. So just take little steps at a time, and remember that this is going to be a slow process, but the reward is tremendous. In this journey of being true to yourself, being honest with yourself, forgiveness is going to be a huge key factor. So if you hold grudges very tightly and someone did you very dirty, did you very wrong, you need to practice on forgiveness. This is going to help aid in your journey for being honest with yourself and really setting focus on your vision. Just because you forgive someone does not mean you have to go back to where things were at beforehand. We practice forgiving people and truly forgiving someone. From you to them, you forgave them and you truly did it, but that does not mean that you have to go back to how things were before. However they take it is not up to you. That is not in your power at all. So don't worry about how they take it. Just forgive and move on. And also, please hear me out on this. Holding a grudge with someone is not going to benefit anyone or anything. Holding on to grudges is so toxic. Once you guys can truly let go of this grudge, forgive them, and move on, you will be better off. Most importantly, holding on to a grudge is not helping you in the long run at all, and that is your main focus, is you. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm just trying to be that person on social media that is out here for the positive things, that is spreading positivity, that is helping people advance. So if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you, and I hope you can take something away from this video. Anyway, we are going to take a coffee break. Let's make some iced coffee, and we will be back to discussion and wrapping this video up. All right, we are back caffeinated, baby. Anyway, let's go over the rest of this video. We're gonna wrap things up here pretty soon so you can move on about your day, but I just wanna go over one more thing and we will be out of here. Before we jump out of this video, you guys, I want to say one thing. I want to encourage you guys to take one step in the right direction of being honest with yourself. For me, that would probably start with, like I said earlier, admit to yourself, just to yourself, admit what you are doing wrong, admit to yourself what you want to change, and truly work towards it. So I'm gonna do another video, stay tuned for the next one. It's a vision board, but a good way to keep these things in front of you is write down what you want to change, put it in your vision board, and this way you are looking at it and it is not just a thought that went in and straight out. So take that first step of some self-evaluation and actually work towards it, not just let it pop up in your head, let it pop up on a video. Let it resonate with you for a while and take some action. Here's some Pinterest motivation. Sometimes when people start casting stones, they end up dropping a few on their own feet. Ooh. That is it on today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. If you could do me a huge favor, leave this video a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section what you're thinking about this conversation. I want to hear that awesome feedback. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Hit the bell, you'll see it even faster. But I appreciate you guys for supporting so much. It really means a lot to me. I'm trying to spread some positivity in this dark world we are living in right now. So with the help from you guys, we can achieve this. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for next video. I'm going to do a vision board, successful tips, how to get a vision board that actually works, not just something that sits in front of you. You need to be interactive with it, but we're gonna go over that in the next video. I will see you all next time. Much love, YouTube.